Hello and welcome. Today I have one of the most exciting bikes that have been launched this year in 2024. It's a brand new KTM 390 Duke. Everything is new about this bike. Let's dive deep and let me tell you everything that is to know about this bike before you make a purchase.
Let's begin. Firstly, this is a brand new motorcycle. One could almost say that it has been designed from scratch. Everything about it is new. It is a new engine, it is a new trellis frame, it has a new swing arm, it has new suspension rear and front, it has a new TFT dash, it has new seats, and the KTM Duke 390 comes with brand new color schemes. But first, let's do the numbers. It is the latest generation LC4C 399cc single-cylinder 4-stroke engine that is liquid-cooled with double overhead cams with 4 valves per cylinder. The engine churns out 44 bhp at 8,500 rpm and 39 Nm of torque or 28.8 foot-pounds at 6,700 rpm. The engine comes mated to a completely new 6-speed gearbox that has an assist and slipper clutch. The 2024 KTM Duke 390 is capable of reaching top speeds of close to 170 km an hour or about 110 miles an hour and can do a 0 to 100 in less than 5.5 seconds. That is serious acceleration by such a small engine. Claimed wet weight is 364 pounds or 165 kilos. That's really light. The metal tank capacity is about 15 liters or 3.9 US gallons, giving you a range of 350 kilometers or 220 miles with some spirited riding. Let us look at the bike. It is absolutely gorgeous looking. I know there are some of us, including some of my colleagues, who do not like the looks of this motorcycle, but I just love it. The Duke 390 comes equipped with riding modes. It has a street mode, and it has a rain mode that keeps the power down for wet conditions. And it has a track mode for riding on track. When have you heard of a 400cc motorcycle with riding modes? And you can toggle between the various riding modes through the TFT dash. This motorcycle comes equipped with launch control as standard equipment. If you select track mode and if you have launch control engaged, the engine will peak at 7,000 rpm with the throttle wide open. Let me show you how I sit on the motorcycle. I'm 5 feet 6 inches or 165 centimeters tall. Standard seat height is at 820 millimeters or 32.2 inches. But this can be decreased to 800 millimeters or 31.4 inches by removing the standard fitted KTM Power Parts seat spacer. Basically, you can reduce the seat height without affecting the riding geometry of the motorcycle. I sit really comfortable on the motorcycle. I'm almost flat-footed on both sides. But then the motorcycle does not care whether I'm flat-footed or not. If it's a great bike, it's a great bike. And if you know how to ride, you're golden. Speaking of riding geometry of the motorcycle, the frame has been completely redesigned. It is a new steel trellis main frame. It has been primarily designed to improve cornering dynamics by increasing torsional rigidity, giving enhanced feedback from the chassis. It is also a newly redesigned swing arm, adding to better feedback for the rider. When we are talking about riding geometry, let us also talk about the suspension. In the front, it is a 43mm WP Apex open cartridge suspension with 150mm of travel. The front suspension is rebound and compression adjustable. Rebound is red, compression is white, and you can adjust it on the fly. At the rear, it is an off-center WP Apex shock absorber bolted to the swing arm and to the trellis frame. It has preload adjustability and rebound is adjustable with a 5-step clicker. The brakes on this motorcycle have also been redesigned in the front. You have a single 320mm disc. It has brand new 4-piston radially mounted calipers. In the rear, it is a 240mm disc. Cornering ABS and Supermoto ABS is standard in the Duke 390. There are very few motorcycles in this price range and size that come with the radially mounted calipers. You get new switchgear that looks pretty slick, though I'm not entirely convinced that the newly designed switchgear is the most ergonomic. Most of the controls of the TFT dash are to the left, the kill switch and the ignition starter button are to the right, like in most motorcycles. The electronics that you get on this motorcycle are quite outstanding for the price. You get a TFT display with phone connectivity, allowing the rider to play music, take incoming calls, and turn-by-turn navigation. Though I'm not sure if I'll be taking calls while riding a motorcycle or be listening to music. You also get ride-by-wire throttle, cornering ABS, Supermoto ABS, and software enhancements like a quick shifter, which is optional. The bike is priced in the US at an MSRP of $6,299. I believe that is a great value for money for the features that you're getting in a motorcycle like this. No bike in this price range gives you adjustable suspension, riding modes, cornering ABS, launch control. No bike even comes close. KTM just made a great motorcycle even better. It is a great handling motorcycle. It has been hugely improved from the outgoing generation. I've been riding a Duke 390 for 7 years now, and I know how great the bike was, and I know how good this bike has become now. Handling is absolutely fantastic. Any bike that does a 0 to 100 in less than 6 seconds, can I call it a beginner's bike? That is something I would like to ponder about.
If you were to ask me which one I like more, the orange or the blue one, that's a tough question. Which one do you like more? And seeing all the upgrades that have been done, does this still remain a beginner's bike? Debatable question. I'd like to know your opinion on the matter. Leave your comments in the comment section down below, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, ride safe.